What's up, everybody? My name's James. I'm the maker of the foils you guys have been checking out, and I first attempted building a foil three summers ago, and it's been 3 years, and this is where I've come, and this is my best design yet by far. So as you can tell, the construction is all wood, hand shaped, and then each part is, fiberglass, epoxied. The joints are heavily fiberglass, tons of epoxy, as strong as can be. I've never had anything break ever in the 3 years I've been riding these and selling them. Never had any complaints. So my design goals for these foils was to really make it as simple as possible, and that's because I had to. I wasn't going to spend $1,200 on a really expensive foil when you really just need something simple, and this is pretty much as simple as you can get, especially with the board. It's just a simple shape, and they work really well. Some pinstripes down the center so you know where to line your feet up, and the foil bolts right on, as you can see. Just some simple bolts, stainless steel, that you can pick up at any hardware store in case you lose any of them. But yeah, simple was the name of the game, because you don't need anything more complicated, and when things get more complicated, they get more expensive. So taking a look at the foil itself, it's pretty basic and sleek shape. Really does well cutting through the water. And so you have your main wing and then your rear wing, and three M5, that's metric size M5 screws holding this wing on, and then two M5 holding the back. And you can get those screws at any hardware store. Stainless steel. Yeah, so the wings come right off. Threaded inserts in the fuselage to hold it in, and yeah, they come off. Great for storing. Put it in your car when you're driving to your spot, what have you. So working our way down the foil, the mast is 38 inches, which is right around in the middle range of most foils I've seen. Stiff does the job, and going to the connection to the board, again, simple hardware, screws right on. No need to make it any more complicated than that. Okay, so now taking a look at the board, it's the most simple thing you could possibly imagine, but it's great. It works very well, and thick in the back, and then a taper up in the front. Just a slight one, but it's all you need. And as I said earlier, stripes going down the center, so you know where to line your feet up, and a little bit of wax on the top of it keeps your feet right on it the whole time. And if you want, you could easily put in foot straps. That would be no problem either. So in the past, I've had a few people email me questions about why the foil, they kind of have a dull finish to it, or at least that's what it looks like. And the reason for that is I give everything a sanded finish, and what's great about a sanded finish is once it gets wet, is instead of having the water beat up and roll off of the surface, it like a thin film of water forms around all the parts, and then you have water on water friction, which is less than water on a shiny epoxy finish. So it feels smoother to your hand, and B, once it gets wet, it has a nice shine, slippery surface to it that looks great and also functions great. All right, so I've just waited out in the water here just a little bit, just to show you the sanded finish, how it holds on to water. And you can see as you lift it out, all the parts kind of just have a thin film of water on, and that's what keeps it smooth and really cut through the water pretty well. All right, so another great benefit of this foil is even without the board, if it's just the foil piece alone, it floats. That not just because it's light construction, but just because of the materials. Some foils, will sink straight to the bottom if, say, something were to break or your connection to your board isn't strong enough, and that would definitely be a bummer. But with these, they float like a cork, so there's really nothing to worry about. And also, due to their construction, I mean, it would be really easy to fix something if something were to go wrong. Like I said, I've never had anything crack even close, but you can imagine on some of those really expensive carbon models, any breaks or cracks would be very difficult to fix. And with this, it would be super easy to just fix up whatever it was with some 5-minute epoxy, some Bondo, whatever you have on hand. It'd be pretty easy to do, and you can see right through straight to the wood to see if there's any problems internal. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the foils. My email is below. I'm pretty quick with it, so if you send any questions or any interest, I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. There's also kits available. A lot of people like those. You just get the parts of an earlier design and you screw them together and you can fiberglass it yourself. A lot of people really like those, so be sure to check those out. But yeah, if you're looking to just get it into foiling, I would definitely recommend checking these out, because they're really all you need. Nothing too complicated, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. Just as good as any other beginner foil that I can think of. Pretty much the Liquid Force foil fish comes to mind. But yeah, I mean, these are like a quarter of the cost, so I would definitely recommend checking these out. All right, well, thanks guys.